I took a week off, but you know what? I am back just in time for an amazing pay-per-view, or at least I think this card is going to be amazing. I cannot wait for a few fights, but I'm going to talk about them. UFC 289 is this Saturday, and the first fight I'm going to talk about is Nassourdine Imavov versus Chris Curtis. Now, these two guys, they like to knock their opponents out. That's how they win the majority of their fights. However, I don't think that their resumes are equal, if I'm being honest. So, Imavov, his last loss was to Sean Strickland from this last January. Yes, when Sean was the last-minute replacement. Now, Sean is an amazing fighter. No one can take that away from him. However, he was still last-minute. Imavov should have been prepared. He was not. He got the L. However, Chris Curtis's loss was between Kelvin Gastelum, and this was back in April. You know what? They're not the same. That fight was amazing. Those two guys were unbelievable. And, you know, it's kind of up in the air whether maybe Chris could have won that fight. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. I think their resumes are not equal. Chris has double the experience anyway compared to Imavov, so I can see Chris catching him with something. I just don't think Imavov's chin can hold out some of those punches that Chris is going to be throwing. So you know what? Give me Curtis for the win. Next up, the co-main event is between Beneil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to see him back in the octagon. So, these guys, this is going to be an interesting fight. I know Charles lost his last one against Islam, but you know what? It didn't feel like Charles. That just, I don't know if it was a mental thing or he wasn't feeling well, but that was not the Oliveira that we know and love so much. I think he's coming full force this Saturday, though. Beneil, however, he does like to let fights go to decision. And I think a lot of us know that's a bad idea. You do not want the judges deciding how this fight goes. Charles, he likes to submit you. So I can see a sub coming for sure. Give me Charles for the win. He's the underdog in this. What? Give me Charles all day, and you know what? It's probably going to be a submission too, so give me that. Let's go, Oliveira. And last but certainly not least, Irene Aldana versus Amanda Nunes, the Lioness. I don't know if you're as excited as I am about the co-main and the main event, but I cannot wait to see Amanda back in the octagon. It feels like it's been a really long time. Kinda has. Been since 2021 when she lost against Juliana Pena. That was a fluke. I'm going to say it, that was a fluke. I don't know what was going on there, but Amanda fixed that later on. However, these girls both like to knock their opponents out. If we're just going off of who I think is going to knock someone out, obviously it's going to be Amanda. Aldana, she hasn't been fighting a lot the last 2 years. Amanda, she has a ton of experience. Plus, she's just fierce. No one can argue that she is probably the top tier, top female fighter we have right now in the UFC. She's just amazing. Aldana is in for a lot. She might try some sneaky things. She might try to wear Amanda out, but you know what? I can see Amanda catching her with something and knocking her out. I don't know. Maybe you disagree. Maybe there's a fight that you're more interested in. Let me know. Leave a comment, like, subscribe to all the fun things. Follow me on Twitter, and we can watch it together because I'm just glad to be back. Cannot wait for this pay-per-view. Let's get it.